Wasabi. So today, I don't even know what we're doing. Well, I was gonna do a quick video or live on portrait breakdowns. So how to actually study anatomy, and actually how to learn anatomy by breaking all the complicated parts into simpler shapes. Just getting my reference and we will hop into this right now. Okay, cool. Save image as. We've got our first reference. So, looking at this, a lot of information. Light, shadow, the earrings, a lot of shapes, a lot of complicated stuff in here right now. And so our job is essentially to try simplifying this as much as possible, making everything easy essentially. So we're going to hop into that in a second once I take this bite of my cereal. Make sure you start off with the right brush. I like using this brush because you can go from painting to sketching. It's a very fluid process. So rule of thumb, whenever you're studying anything, you always want to go from big to small, and then smaller, right? So the biggest shapes you see, you have to focus on those first, and then you narrow in. Keeps it simple, keeps it organized, and in most cases, keeps it, what's the word I'm looking for? Balanced. So you don't want things looking lopsided or anything like that. You got to work this way. This is something I adopted pretty recently, but let's hop straight into it. Do I have the right size? I have the right size. So usually when I start off, I try using simple shapes that emulate the general structure of what I'm looking at. Doesn't have to be a circle. Doesn't have to be a, what's it called? A square. You don't have to use the same shape every time. That's the thing about experience. After a while, you're going to realize that, you know what? Maybe this isn't what I'm looking for. But here, I'm trying to make sure this is balanced first. So the head tilt, I don't want to make it too tilted, too tilty. Whatever the case is. So we're going to go straight into it. I like using that midline divider for the face. It's something that's stuck with me no matter what, even if I'm using a circle, not using a circle. So I'm trying to define exactly where the eye would be for this guy. Or at least the middle of the face first. I don't measure anything per se. So the eye doesn't go there, it's somewhere around here. And then looking at the image, my ears, I usually go to the ears next. And I go with like a generic shape for the ear. Very simple. Because I'm not focusing on the ears or anything just yet. Okay, let's just do this real quick because it's hidden behind the head there. So this is the general shape I have so far. We're not touching the hair. We're still finishing the body or the general shape of the head. So this character, things you have to notice or take note of while you're drawing anything, right? From reference, you got to make sure you understand the shape of anything you're looking at, the position, everything else, at least in relation to each other, right? So when we were talking about the ear a second ago, I noticed that this one's hidden behind and this one's a lot more visible. I mean, lighting is going to be a conversation we have later on, but here we're just talking about drawing, strictly drawing, right? But let's get into it. So from here, I have this line coming all the way down. I'm going to be basically drawing out the most notable structures I see, right? So I see this shape here, it's mirrored on this side. Very high cheekbone from what I'm seeing. It's a bit lower on this side though. It's just perspective. Perspective is such an annoying concept to actually understand, but hey, with practice, I'm supposed to be using black for this. I don't know why I was using gray for this, but from here, this is where I do something fun. Instead of actually going in and drawing the each individual eye, I like doing this thing. Actually, I need a larger brush for this, where I sort of paint in what I want. So make that brush larger. Okay, there we go. We go in for the large shapes, right? That's what I'm doing here. I like doing this now. I don't know why, but it just works for me. So this part may be a bit advanced for a lot of people, but we can talk about that later. How to have you get to this point, but getting the nose going, general shape of the nose, there we go. I like identifying the larger shapes first, like I said previously. Once I have that identified, it's a lot easier to go through. So the lips is something like this. Honestly, I could just go with a circle. And then it points to the top at the end here. Something like that. And then I realized something in terms of the proportions. It's a bit slightly off, right? Because the chin takes up a lot more space that I'm giving it here. Hey, I'm not perfect. So I'm going to be erasing a lot because your boy is also learning. So we're going to do this. And voila. And from here, all I do is the selection tool. Because I want to keep it simple and not messy. I'm going to go like that, like this, like that. I probably should have prefaced this by saying, oh, this is for the more seasoned. If you have some experience under your belt, this is going to help you improve your drawing. Because a lot of people are so stuck on the idea of line, line, line. No, don't just limit yourself to lines. Let's work with shapes too. So now we're going to go in and draw. Draw shapes. It's another shadow I just noticed. See, we're starting small, big and going small, right? There's a lot of information still missing from my own drawing here, but we're going to slowly narrow it in on it. The ear's looking like it's a bit lower on our reference here, and something like that. Okay, from what I'm seeing on the right side over here, like the eye isn't completely darked out or anything like that. So slightly illuminated, make sure it's balanced out. It's something like that from what I'm seeing here. And then the forehead isn't so square, obviously. So we're going to go in. The hell? I thought I was tripping for a second there. Your eraser tool is going to be one of your favorite tools by the time you figure out the shape method. There's a word for it. I don't know what the word is. I'm never really been to art school or anything, so your boy's self-taught. But make sure you get those important shapes. So far we're doing good. I like that the hair around here, very important. It creates some sort of contrast that helps you basically outline the jaw on the shady side. Because since the hairs are straight up black, it's very useful in that regard. So here I'm going to just come in, draw out the hair this way. I'm not adding any values to the hair. Again, going in with my lasso, keeping the shapes big. Big shapes. Because that adds to the readability of your drawing, right? Keeping it large and bold. So the hair looks something like that. Again, we're trying to keep it short because we're going to be going through a couple studies today. So it's not going to be exactly the same. But it's going to be a believable, copy, right? Go like that, go like that. Comes in like that. Yeah. Okay. Just realized something. It comes in more at the top here. You gotta be patient with it, and once you've put in enough time practicing, it's gonna get easier and easier and easier, but can't just wake up and expect it to work your way. But here we go. We add the hair. This just further helps with outlining exactly what we're drawing. So instead of having actual outlines, we have this. Okay, we gotta go here real quick, because it's a bit rounded on the top. I think that looks better. And I think I need to do this. And this. Yeah, somewhat believable. I just have to add some identifying. There you go. Right there. There we go. And then, because it's a bit more flat on the top here. Okay. So now there's something I missed. There's something I missed, and I'm hoping you guys see it before I correct it. It's this jaw here. Since it's closer to the viewer, it should be more pronounced. So it should be more outward. It's gonna be hard doing that without making it look awkward. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that looks monstrous. Holy cow. Okay, I think I found the right shape I'm looking for. Somewhat. I'll take it. I'll take it. Holy hell, she has like Chad chins. Chad chins. But I'll round that out a bit here and a bit here. And we were heading somewhere. From here, you're probably asking yourself, what do you do next? What's the next objective, right? Well, now, I think they're called middle tones or whatever. I just go in and I make sure I get a lot of the middle tones. Middle tones, they're called. Something like that. Like I said, I don't know all the artsy terms, but you're going to see what I'm doing in a second, and you're probably going to understand exactly what I mean. So we're going to general area of the eye. Let's go like this. General area of the eye. So that's just generic shape of what the eye would look like. So middle tones. So that means these are not like representative of the darkest parts. Holy hell, my head is lopsided. This is what I despise about, what's it called? Tilting heads. That's why you gotta be careful with these, because my head is very lopsided. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, cool. I think I fixed that now. And then the thing about a face that's slightly tilted up and the eyes looking down, one of the simplest ways you can like signify that in the eyes specifically is making sure there's like an arch like this. Is that a concave arch? Just something covering the eye, whether it's the the cheek, or anything, to make the person think, oh, the cheek's in the way. It's probably covering the eye because, well, the eye is at a downward facing angle or something. I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully this is entertaining for you, but let's get into this. So the bottom side of the chin is showing for my reference over here. So we're going to make sure of that. Also the core shadow, I think that is the core shadow. I'm sure everyone's disappointed in the fact that I don't know all the artsy terms, but you're not here to learn the art terms, you're here to learn the art skills. I should use that for something else. That was pretty well said. But core shadows, that's not a core shadow, that's just a darker cast shadow, but again, I'm going in with shapes, not really lining anything out. I'm saying something here. It's a lot more pronounced in mine, but I think we should be fine. I don't know how long this is going to take, but let's try finishing this up soon. So for my reference, this is pretty darn dark. Okay, no fine details just yet. Let's see, add the earring. Let's see. Oh no, my cereal's gonna go soggy. Okay, is it tilting or anything? No, doesn't look like it. So we're gonna go like this, go like that. Then the other earring on this side, is it higher? Oh, it is higher. Again, because the head is tilted, which makes perfect sense. Something like that. And the shape here is more like this than anything else. Oh, let's go. I'm sure everyone's watching this like, what the hell are you talking about? This looks nothing like the reference. You gotta chill. You gotta be patient. One of the primary things you need to learn as an artist is patience. Number one thing you gotta learn. Honestly, because if you're not patient with your art, what are you going to be patient with? It's a great life lesson. And now we're going in with the fine lines. I usually like defining the bridge here so I know where to reference. So I'm not too far off, essentially. But general shapes, nothing too crazy. Same old, general shapes. Ooh. Ooh, can't even see the other eye, so there's no point drawing that one, honestly. From here, I like to go in for the eyelashes. Eyelashes? Eyebrows. Jeez Louise. Eyebrows. Because it helps further define the eye socket specifically, but looks something like that. This is supposed to be lower, but we'll fix that. I'm gonna use this shape for the lips. The lips kind of blends into the shadow over here. And then you go like this. It's cause like that. I'm trying, guys. So much pressure. Okay, I'm looking at this, trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, we're gonna go in for the shapes in the eye here. There's usually something here like this. Like that. Something like that. But then, let's get this guy going. I'm just gonna cover this one all together. Cause yet in the shadows. Like that. Something like that. I don't want to make this too long because it's supposed to be a brief display of how to actually break things down to study. Oh, the ears right here, this is where you take this advice and run with it. Use a large brush. If it's not that important, then don't spend too much time on it, right? So if the ears are there, the objective is getting the likeness of the freaking face, right? That's the primary objective. Why are we spending time detailing the ears? It doesn't make any sense. So let's focus on what is important. You can have a whole different study for the ears if you wanted to. But here, I just realized why this looks so weird. It's because the cheek. I have a Nigerian accent and certain words I can't say properly. But the cheek here is protruding far too much. And it's a lot higher. Because the cheek can be out and can be up. Right? So let's fix that real quick. File, go to liquid. Liquify. Let's see, change this guy. Pull that face down a bit. No, her eyes are coming down with it. Let's see if we can put the eyes back down. Back up rather. Do this. No, the eyes are coming with it. No. Okay, this looks better, I think. You see the shadowy part looks very messy. That's not how it's supposed to look, right? Obviously. It's because of the opacity of my pen. So, I want to fix it, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. Just so you guys don't get annoyed by the messiness. It is, however, it is supposed to be, what's it called? I keep looking at the wrong side. It is supposed to be dark at the very edges, though. That value difference there that you see, yeah, that's supposed to be there. I'm sure you guys knew that. You guys are intelligent people, super smart. Put this guy here, because I think that's where it's supposed to be. Put this one right here. Because why the hell not? We're not going to spend any time on this eye because it's no point. Add this detail right here. But there's no reason to go in on the eye when the objective is the general shape. See, this nose, this nostril. Another thing, if you're drawing and you enjoy drawing and it's something you like doing, please take your time doing it. Like I was talking about, oh, the best thing to learn is patience. But also make sure you're enjoying the time you spend doing it. And make sure you take your time doing it. Don't just give up halfway through like, oh, never mind. The nose looks crooked. I'll just leave it that way, I guess. Let's not do that. Don't get in the habit of doing that. You're literally just devaluing your own art. And your skill is going to be shit after a while. Oh, I'll watch my line. I'll bleep that out. It's all good. I will bleep that out. Actually, I'm a lie. I'm on a live. I cannot bleep that out. Well, hopefully I don't get stricken by a YouTube mod person. I don't know anything about mods or anything. So we are going to go in here. I see some pretty cool shapes to define the shadowy area of my character's face. But before we go into that, I need to finish this real quick. Comes like that. This helps define exactly where the cheekbone is, where it starts, where it ends, whatever the case is. Hey, it's starting to look like our character, finally. The thing, it takes time. You need patience, you need time, you need... Honestly, if you don't have time to be patient, then just do something different that requires less time. Because if you're going to put in an effort on something that's time-consuming, like this is already taking me 30 minutes. Probably less if I subtract the time I was using to eat my cereal, but... Hey, we don't even need to do any more than this, right? So this is me drawing from a semi-interesting perspective. The angle is somewhat interesting, right? So we're gonna take that one and put it right there. Large shapes, smaller shapes, and voila. Simple. If I wanted to go further with that, say another, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes, I could color that in, paint everything, but that's not the objective today. We're focused on drawing and drawing alone, right? So let me pull up my next reference. I might do this with, what's it called? I might do this with anatomy, like just general body anatomy, and see if I could also illustrate how to simplify. But I'm sure I did this drawing right here. I did it probably the way I usually would, so I don't break it down to the extent that would be helpful to, I don't know. Let me see. It would be helpful to like a newbie or whatever. But this skill will it will rock your world. So simplifying, breaking down, amazing thing to do, right? So, okay, so if you're not so skilled, I will go through with another reference and show you a cliche way of breaking down complex shapes into simpler shapes, especially in the face, right? So let's see what we have here. Getting my reference. Okay. I'll put these two together. I don't know how many we're going to end up doing, but this one we're going to go a bit faster. And the likeness may not be the same, but I will try explaining every step of the way. Let's get into it. So first, we have a general overview of where everything is. Just look, observe. Very important when you're drawing. Observation. Look, look, look. See where everything is before you start going in. Because a lot of the times when people start drawing, even from reference, they don't draw exactly what they're seeing, but what they think they're seeing or what they think should be there. Don't do that. You're messing yourself up. So, let's get into it. Starting off with a simple shape like this. That midline I used earlier, we're just going to turn it to the side. So this is the cliche, basically what everyone uses. Oh, this angle is too slanted. Is she even slanted? I don't know that she is, actually. I think she's pretty straight. But, okay, cool. Pause. Why am I saying... Anyway, we're going straight into it. Okay, so from here... General shape of the jaw is like something like this. Also, pay attention to how large her cranium is. Ooh. I know some words. We don't care about the neck. That's not what we're doing here right now. So don't worry about the details in the neck. I do that often where I just get drawn into us drawing certain parts that are very insignificant to like the whole. So don't worry, you're not alone. Okay, so the ear over here kind of overlaps the, see if the neck continued, it overlaps the neck. So those are the things I look for. Again, we're going to do the same thing where we go in with a very simple shape for the ear. Nothing too crazy. You can go like that, fix that cranium a bit. Actually, it does point up a bit, so... But the general shape, this is where, after I've established this right here, right? This is where I personally would just go into everything else. Like, ooh, the hair shape. It's like right there or something like that. It's like round, but not exactly round. Unfortunately, we don't have the rest of the face. It kind of just cuts off somewhere around there. But we're gonna have fun with this anyway. So then I would go to this. Ooh, it's a bit lower. It's almost like a stare down, right? So where I would normally go to the shape of the inside there, right, by shading it in or whatever, I would suggest you draw it in instead, right? So instead of going to the nose, nope, let's define the eyes. And you'll see that I draw both eye at the same time, right? So we're going to go from here, draw that gap right there. I love drawing that area. I don't know what about it. It's so enjoyable, but I love drawing that area. And then you go from there. The eye is supposed to be right there. And then the nose... Simplify into simple shapes. Simplify into how redundant. But you can do something like that. Shit, you can do something like that. Whatever you want to do, you do it. But I'll go with that instead, right? For the nose, I think the nose is very underrated in how difficult it is to draw, especially from different angles. It's just such a pain in the ass. And then the lips, instead of going in with that just yet, I like going in with a circle because it simplifies it a lot more. A circle like that, and then I go in like this, and then... Oh, that looks horrendous. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, I should stop that. But then you can just add all the accents that you need to. Somehow, some way. Coolio. Things to pay attention to is how far the ear is from the lip and the nose and everything else. Because that could definitely ruin the mood when you're almost done and you're like, oh shoot, everything's off. I'm going in with shading. I just like doing this. It may not work for everyone else, but I like shading out the underside of the nose and everything else. And then this is the inside of the eye. I haven't even gone in on the eyes detail yet. And this, her shape is a lot more squarey or box. So I'm gonna go like that. Unfortunately, we don't know what her forehead looks like. But from here, I'm almost all over the place with this thing, bruh. Which I say is a good thing because that keeps you in check. But from here, I go to the eyebrows to get that general shape. And go like that. Still no details. Okay, now we go in for the hair. I'm not giving you guys a step-by-step. By step. I'm just showing how I do it. And I think one of the things that people make the mistake of believing when they watch a tutorial like this is, oh, that must be the best. No, that's not the best way. I would never say my way is the best way. I'm a self-taught artist. I had to go through some hardships to establish something consistent like this, right? So I wouldn't expect you to even understand it in the way that I do. Let's see. I like the eye shape, but it's a bit off. I think it's just too small. Okay, there we go. Then the eye continues on this side. Something like that. Oh, her forehead is far too big. I'm giving it way too little attention there. Okay, so that's... Ooh, I love this part right here. Okay, you know how I was saying I don't shade? So I'm going to do this without just large blotches. But some of the shapes you need to identify earlier on when you're doing a portrait. So like right here, I love drawing that so much. Just go like that. Because that gives you better understanding of how the cranium is shaped. You can get an idea of what the skull underneath that is shaped like. So a shape like this, I see something like this when I look at... I see something like this. And then I'll just take a large brush and do that. I don't know what this area looks like, and I don't want to do anything dumb, so I'm going to play it safe. I know this probably is like this, but anyway. Ooh, she has one of those cutesy noses. Like, is it Disney or Pixar or something? Oh, shoot. Oh. Comes down like that. Goes like that. I know this doesn't look exactly like it. Again, we're just doing this quick, making sure we're focusing on the larger shapes. The lips are also a sore spot for me. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so annoying to draw. But from what I'm seeing, it looks something like that. I don't know, man. I don't think you guys should trust me. I could definitely do a better job at this. Just not feeling the vibes. I don't know what it is. Whatever the case is. We gotta keep on going, keep on moving. Ooh, I love drawing the ears too. Let's go. Go like that. Go like that. Something like that. That's what the ear looks like. Something like that. Something like that. I've said something like that so many times already. So this one, there isn't really a well-defined source of light. It's like just... I don't know what the scientific... what's it called? Artistic... No, that's wrong. Vocabulary is for it, but it's just well lit from every angle is what I'm trying to say. And there we go. I'm not messing with that. Oop, there we go. I think I know where I messed up. There's certain shapes, especially the cheek. Like this. Doing this helps you understand and establish some boundaries. There's just accents you need to add if you're drawing a face to make it more recognizable. Gotta define how high the cheek is, how low it is, how much it protrudes. Cheek is very face feature defining. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, forehead is another one. Is it square? Is it round? Is it oval? Like just long, whatever. That's another one you gotta keep in mind. Lips, obviously one, but like I don't think it's nearly as important. But I will be doing a lip study soon enough because I suck at drawing lips. But anyway, you didn't hear it from me. I'm trying to grow this channel. Don't want people not trusting me for their lip game. Okay, that was terrible. I don't know what I meant by that, but let's get into it. So start big, go small. That's the name of the game. Oh, she looks like she has a huge cranium. Jesus. Okay, here we go. Right next to Ho. Who are we drawing next? Don't ask me nothing. I'm playing. Ooh, let's do a dude next. I don't know why I was avoiding. Ooh, we have an interesting face here. I would love to draw. Save image. Let's see. I'll pull it over. That right there is truly an interesting face. I'm going to avoid exaggerating anything too much because it's such a comedic face, right? So if you see a shape like this, how do you start? Well, you find that center point and you work from there. So this one's just straight up and down. Talk about that midline. It's just straight up and down like that. I don't want to draw the freaking hands or anything, but if I need to, and then I'll put the eyes right there. He has a huge jaw. So I'm gonna go like this. This is where my experience comes in, because I'm sure you're seeing that I've already put in some shapes that you're just like, what the hell? Where did that come from? Like this area right here. Don't worry, it's just experience. I'm trying to get this done because I'm out of here in an hour, or well, I'm on here for an hour, so I'm out of here in like 15 minutes. Sheesh. So we gotta hurry. So you're just gonna watch me how I do my study, right? So I don't advise noobs study this way because it's not gonna help you. This is coming from someone who's a bit more experienced, a lot more experienced than you. I'm saying that because all you'd be doing is just tracing or copying and not really understanding the shapes, right? What we want to do is become masters of our craft. In order to do that, oh, his chin is bigger than that. Jeez Louise. Bro has some mountainous. Sheesh. His lip protrudes a bit more than I anticipated, but it protrudes up and then out. And then there's a hand there. I don't give a crap about the hand, but this right here is too sharp. Bro doesn't have a sharp jawline. I don't know why I gave him that. Okay, now we're gonna start erasing the guidelines and stuff. Ooh. Cheek. We have a defined cheek over here. So it goes like this. Kind of goes into his jaw a bit. You just gotta see those shapes and identify them. Here, there's a lot of stuff going on, so I just decided to go in with a shape like that. Something like that. I expected a larger nose from, or larger ears from him. Okay, here I realized that my shape here is too slanted. Should be a lot more up and down, or vertical as some people would call it. And my ear here is too high. I think I just established. Move that way. Okay, let's just draw the hand just cause. I like how rounded his fingers look. And then there's this. It's just like short, stubby hands. That's pretty cool stuff. I just like the shape language. Okay, we have only a few minutes to get this right. Oh, it's that shape. I like that shape. It's that shape. I'm sorry, who else gets excited over shapes? So now I'm going in to add more details, essentially, with the darker colors. So he has this shirt, which is apparently pretty interesting. Oh, I'm gonna block that out because I feel like it's going to be distracting if I don't clean that out. There we go. You're blocking your ass out. Perfect. And I like that. I like that stroke. And then there's a spot in the middle here where everyone would have the divot. He doesn't seem to have it nearly as much. Then define the chin a bit. You go like that. I'll move that. There we go. Oh no, my wings are gonna burn. Never mind, they're still cooking. Whee! Okay, so go like this, like that. I'm gonna find a way to send all these videos or publish all these videos as shorts. But there we go. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to do an ear, lips, and other part study soon. Because I think I'm lacking in a lot of areas, unfortunately. Because I've never really studied them individually like that. So it would be pretty useful to do so then. So this was in less than 15 minutes, because I think I still have 8 minutes. So like this was a pretty successful study, I think. I would say. It's just bro's head is so interesting. I think that's why I was so eager to study his head. Remember, you gotta have a good and interesting subject before you can actually enjoy your study. You can't just be drawing random randos. Huh? Make sure you like what you're looking at. Well, not like... You know what I mean, god damn it. Anyway, make sure you like your subject or you find them interesting or fascinating at the least before you go any further. But for now, your boy is flying high. Actually, no, that's not a good thing. Your boy is doing well with this primarily because I like the subject. The subject's actually interesting to me. The other subjects up here are not particularly interesting. They're low-key kind of bland. They're the generic, oh, pretty girl portrait, unfortunately. Actually, let's do that. Move you over there. Can I get something in the next, let's see. How long do I have? Actually, I want to get the back of someone's head. Never mind. I'm tired. So let's draw something fun. What are we gonna draw? I don't freaking know. Let's do Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler. Let's see if I can find a good reference for him. So I found a reference. Ooh, I think I know who I want to use for Nightcrawler. And I have to finish it in 5 minutes. Sheesh. Give me something good. I need something. I mean, that's not a bad reference for Nightcrawler. But I need something even better. Okay, I'll work with what I have. His face is barely visible though. Okie doke. Let's go. Nightcrawler. Again with the big shapes. Like I said, you gotta be consistent, patient. Adding my own sound effects. Hey, best creator. I'm not even going to make any statements like that because I barely even post on YouTube, so I don't think I can afford to make that statement. Why am I singing the freaking JoJo theme song thingamajig. For some reason, it just fits, or feels like it fits with the there we go. As I was saying, it feels like it fits with Fantastic Four. Not quite a similar theme, but this is much harder than I thought it'd be. Anyway, we're gonna salvage it because that's what we do. That's what we do. It's your boy Nightcrawler. I'm gonna switch up his eye here for a second, because why not? Like I said, drawing with shapes is a lot easier and a lot better on your heart. I don't know why I added that part, but dum 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 dum. How much time do I have? 2 minutes? I did all this in 2 minutes because I had 4 minutes before that. Let's see. It's such a defining freaking. Okay, bigger brush it is. Okay, he's coming out pretty good, I think. I'm going to teach you guys how to use reference and borrow from a reference instead of just straight up copying it. It's going to be an important skill you have later on once you're pretty damn good and you want to create your own original art. So if it's borrowing a pose or borrowing anything, you may need to borrow in the future. This will make it possible for you. I don't know where that accent came from. I don't know what country it's from. But yep, I think one of the things I'm learning to recognize is that you don't got to draw everything. You literally don't have to draw everything. You're working it against yourself, giving yourself a lot more work than you need to do. You never have to draw everything. Only what you see. So if you see dark, you can just leave it as dark, to be honest. You don't that's one of the weird things I got obsessed with, was making sure something was visible in the dark areas. Like, why am I doing that? I don't know why. So I would go in with like unsaturated colors and try drawing the characters with like grays. Like, there's no reason to do it, but I still did it nonetheless because it looked pretty cool when I was doing it, and then afterwards I was just like, damn, this kind of looks ugly, because then I was just having grays in like almost pure black areas. It was almost like What the hell am I doing? But hey. I'll do that. Do that. Okay, I think I'm fine with where it is right now, because I don't want to overstay my stay. I will hop the hell out, and I will see you guys next week. I'm going to try making this a regularly occurring thing where I draw on live, preferably on, I want to say Saturdays, so every Saturdays. I started this before, was unsuccessful in maintaining it, because I had a bunch of other responsibilities I had to basically handle. But now we are back and we are moving. I think we might be onto something here, and hopefully you enjoy this. If this is your first time watching any of my content, please drop a like. I'm also on Instagram as Cecil Illustrates, so same thing as my name on YouTube. But I hope you guys have an amazing time, and I will speak to you guys or see you guys later. Go look at this post on my Instagram. I'll have it up in a few, but deuces. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Or night. It's late as hell. Actually, I'm thinking about making that